Welcome back, everyone. It's your favorite segment. It is time for Lord of the Rings memes. We got a handful of memes to go through today where we basically react to them and then explain them if they don't make intuitive sense to someone who's not familiar with Lord of the Rings. So let's kick things off with number one. When he asks you that one question you've been waiting for, and it's, what about second breakfast? This one's kind of interesting because it's that line is hilarious in the movies, and also it's hilarious because this is a big thing now with I don't know if you ever watch like TikToks or see like a lot of women posting on social media about how they're always like hungry, and so it is kind of it's very appropriate where they it's a new age where girls can feel free to eat food and be hungry in public and not kind of feel ashamed, which is like a weird thing from like the 50s, I guess. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is just everyone I think kind of feels like Pip sometimes. You've had a little bit of breakfast but you're still hungry. What about second breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm not sure much more to say about that one. It's kind of self-explanatory. So I guess number two. Do you want to kick off number two?
Sure. Let this be the hour when we draw swords together.
And
So yes, this is from the second movie where they're going to charge out of Helm's Deep and they're going to draw swords together. But then it takes it this way where they're actually drawing swords.
yeah, this one's always good because it always catches me off guard. I don't know why. I'm never expecting them to have pieces of paper holding with swords on them. Yeah. It's this one's a pretty basic switcheroo kind of joke where you're expecting one thing and it's just a kind of a play on the words.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number three. I can't really hide number three. I'll just have to read it out. Yeah, it's dermatologists hate him. He is 6,500 and he looks 26. Local elven king exposes shocking eternal youth secret. Learn the $5 trick to his stunning results. Learn the truth now.
Yeah.
This is one of those ads, I guess, those fake news article ads. I'm not really
Yeah.
sure. I don't really
It's
get
funny.
these. I don't really know
I
what
mean,
this is.
I'm sure I've literally seen ads that say dermatologists hate her or hate him. So it is funny. It's a direct play on an ad they saw and they turned it into L's. It's funny.
That is funny. That is funny, and I just don't get very many of these. I guess I'm not sure why, but so to me, it's like, is this a thing that people see often?
I see it all the time.
Yeah. So if you're seeing it all the time, then it's an amazing joke. It's an amazing meme. To put it on an elf like that. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Number three or four.
Gondor calls for aid. My thoughts and prayers are with Gondor, sending positive energy their way. Change his profile picture with the overlay.
Yeah, with the overlay of the white
So
shirt.
remember yeah. So we remember we did that when there was a shooting in France.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone had the French flag overlay on their profile.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of a play on that.
Yeah.
And also the whole thoughts and prayers thing.
I think it's just showing. I think it's showing that thought like in the movie when Gondor calls for aid, the next line is Rohan will answer, and they actually do something. And this is making fun of it going the other way, which is essentially what was the other option, right? Because in that moment, you didn't really know when you're watching the movie which way.
You didn't, because he was kind of mad that they didn't come help him
That's right.
at
Like
Helm's Deep.
where was Gondor?
Yeah, when the
Like,
Westfold fell.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think this kind of shows you how like with this thoughts and prayers, it's not actually doing anything, and it's just it. One way you actually make a difference, and the other way you kind of sit back and hope for the best, kind of. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, number 5. We've got when your boy who died at the pregame shows up at the club, and it's Gandalf coming back as Gandalf the White. This one needs a bit of an explanation, I think. It's been a while since I've died at the pregame. So this is a thing where I don't even know if I need to explain this to younger people, but to older people maybe. When you drink before you go to a bar or a club, so you get
And sometimes you overdo it.
yeah, so you try to get to a buzz almost before you go out, so that you don't have to spend as much money when you're out, but also so that you don't get cut off before you get to a certain level.
Mhm.
And so if you drink too much before you go out, then yeah, you essentially like pass out, and people just like leave you at the house or like wherever the free drink was. And so this guy clearly died, as in he was passed out, and then all of a sudden he shows up, and he's
Yeah.
got like the second wind about him, and that sort of Gandalf the White is like the embodiment of the second wind. Like he's better than his older self, and he's like, he's just wiser, and he's got a slightly different personality. Um, yeah, this is a good one.
Okay. Number 6.
Number 6.
The Quest. You see Frodo pushing it, and then you see Sam, Aragorn, and Gandalf pushing the entire truck. So it's saying that Sam, Aragorn, and Gandalf did all the work.
Yeah, and that Frodo thought he did a bunch of stuff, but did nothing. Which, I mean, I am not a huge Frodo fan. I like Frodo, but he didn't do nothing. I will say though that Sam, Aragorn, and Gandalf do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, one thing that people don't talk about enough about when they include Gandalf here is, I mean, Gandalf is like an otherworldly being. Like he's not like Sam, and like even Aragorn is got a bit special, like kind of a deep rooted like magic to his bloodline. Sam is just a normal hobbit. So when Gandalf is pushing this truck here, or like actually helping, I mean, he is supposed to be doing a lot of these kind of grander deeds for the good of Middle Earth. So he of course he's going to be involved in the quest. But yes, it is hilarious because these are like the 3 main, I guess, characters that progress everyone along. Kind of without them, a lot of it falls apart. And I think that's sort of the that's sort of what this is trying to show, that yes, even like Gimli and Legolas are doing a lot, but without them, you still like it doesn't really change too much. Like they're just there to help certain moments, but without Aragorn in certain scenes, without Sam in certain scenes, it literally falls apart, and the villains potentially win. And in Sam's case, definitely win, especially near the end, if Sam is not up to the task. So yeah, this is a good one. Potentially a lot of controversy when people leave out certain characters, because there are some people who are fans of Pippin and think that he's actually the mastermind behind the whole thing. Maybe we'll talk about that.
Who thinks that? I'm kidding.
I know a few people who think that. We'll do a breakdown of it, and I'll play devil's advocate. I'll say Pippin is the true leader, and you can kind of shoot it down.
Okay.
All right, number 7. We must do the dishes, but we hates it. I mean, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do it, and you want to be you want to be a productive adult or a productive person, and you're like, okay, I've got to do my dishes, and then there's a part of your brain that is like, but we hate it. Don't do it. All right.
Okay. Picture of Frodo, or number 8. Picture of Frodo. I prefer the real hero of Middle Earth. Picture of Aragorn. I said the real hero. Picture of Sam holding up the lamp. Perfection.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of memes I get a lot. Is this stuff, which is always fun. And this is going back to the one that you read previously, where Frodo is the ring bearer. So, on the face level, he seems like he's the hero. But then you're like, oh, but Aragorn is sort of the one that is needing to overcome the failures of men that previously were the ones that kind of inflicted the ring on us in the first place because they had a chance to destroy it and didn't. So maybe he's got the true hero's journey there, where he's overcoming that hardship, and then at the very end sacrifices himself in like a Disney Herculean moment where he's like, I've got to sacrifice myself to get Frodo that little extra step of the way. And then it's like, no, the real hero is actually Sam, because without Sam, Frodo dies to a spider. Which is true. That's sort of what I was getting at, is like every step of the way, Aragorn, Sam, and Gandalf all have these moments where without them, all is lost. Like without Gandalf doing a whole bunch of stuff in the background, but also fighting off the Balrog and dealing with both Rohan and getting to Minas Tirith and dealing with the Denethor. Like Gandalf is doing a bunch of background stuff that without that makes it really difficult for Aragorn to do anything productive, because he's got to adhere to the laws of the land and utilize the people of those lands. And without Gandalf's help in freeing Rohan and all that, it's going to be hard for just the three, Aragorn, Gimli, and Legolas, to be running around doing anything productive. And then obviously Sam is the one saving Frodo from Shelob and from the goblins and all that. So there's a lot of moments where these guys are needed. Otherwise, it's a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one's interesting. Number 9. When you and your homie watching porn together and he asks where he can go beat his meat. What about side by side with a friend?
I have no idea what they're talking about here.
Yeah, this is a complete mystery to me. Yeah, this one's just weird. I guess it's showing the closeness of these two characters and the two people in the original caption. That you get to a certain level of closeness. I don't know. That's a bit much.
Okay.
Yeah, number 10. Moving on.
Okay. Where the F are we, Gandalf? This is the road our parents took to school. So it's kind of a boomer joke, I think.
That's right, yeah.
When it was uphill both ways.
Yeah. And it's also funny because Gandalf is the one that wants to take this route. Nobody wants to do this. But Gandalf's like, no, damn it, I want to go over the mountain.
Not going down to Isengard, and I'm not going underneath it.
Yeah. And then eventually he lets Frodo decide, but as you can see in the picture there, Frodo's that huddled mass beside Aragorn. He obviously is going to choose something else. He's not gonna...
He also doesn't give Frodo the background information he needs.
That's right.
Oh yeah, there's a Balrog in there.
That's right. That's right. He says we're going to let Frodo, with no information on the matters, decide where we go. And he hasn't explained, like, Frodo, first of all, should have just chosen to go past Isengard. But I guess Gimli had gotten into his head that he's going to have like this warm welcome in Moria. Don't worry, my cousin will have a warm welcome for us.
Yeah, that sounds so easy.
Yeah.
He makes Moria sound so good. I'd
Yeah.
go there too. I wouldn't even need to be traveling. It'd just be a place to visit.
Exactly. They'd probably like have like little mine carts that we can like ride along or something fun, like in The Hobbit. Yeah, because Bilbo would have told him all about that fun little minecart scene. But yeah, that's been Lord of the Rings memes. Let us know if you've got any memes that you really enjoy and you'd like us to take a look at. We're always looking for more memes, especially the really really funny ones. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.